Okay. Hi, good to see you, students. Today we talk about the rock and the rock cycles. The rock here is made up of different type of the minerals, okay, and composed of many different type of the minerals and materials. For examples here, the rock can compose of different type of mineral this way, and different type of mineral here can compose of different properties. And we can classify the type of the rock into three types. As the first one, it is igneous rock or หินอัคนี The word igneous means fire. Okay, so it's come from the lava and magma, so called the molten rock. And when this magma and lava get cooled down here, it returns into the crystal structure. Okay, and we can have different size. We can have a smaller size and big size. So it depend on how fast the lava and magma cools down. Okay, so sometimes you can see the crystal here. It is very fine crystal, so it look like the volcanic glass. So it cools down very quickly. So we have two type of the process. So it is cool down very fast this way. You can see the crystals of the mineral here is very small. Okay, and you can see here in the rock here, you can see that they have the homogeneous texture, so it seems to be the same. So this one comes from the cool down of the lava, okay, on the crust layer. So called the rock here, we call it the extrusive igneous rock. But if the molten rock here cools down slowly, so you can get larger size of crystals, and you can see the textures of the rock here become different, okay, because you can see many type of the minerals like this. So we can call this type of textures as the heterogeneous texture. So this one here occurs because it cools down slow, okay, by the process of the magma under the crust layer, so called the intrusive igneous rock. The second type of the rock here is a sedimentary rock or หินตะกอน come from the word sediment. Okay, so the sediment will be smaller piece of the rock come from the process of the weathering and erosion, and it turn into these smaller piece of the rock here. And after that here, the erosion means the process of wear aways of the rock, okay, on the surface. So it depends on the properties of the water and the wind. And the positions mean the water or the wind here gets slowed down, and the small pieces of the sediment here will get settled, okay. And after that here, the compaction. The compaction means the process that the sediment here become packed together. So the top layer here will press on the lower layer when they get compact. Like this, by the properties of the gravity. So the top layer here will squeeze on the lower layer. And the last one is a cementation. It means that the dissolved mineral here get crystallized and glue the sediment together. So we have 5 processes. The first one here is sedimentation, erosion, deposition, compaction, and cementation. As in this diagram here, you will see erosion process here is wearing away of the big rock here into the sediment here. And after that here, the deposition here, the sediment here gets settled down by the properties of the gravity. And after that, they get compact together Okay, and when you take a look into the space between the sediment here, the mineral that get dissolved here will react together and form the crystal as a calcium and carbonate here. The calcium and carbonate here will form the cement here as a calcium carbonate and link each particle together. So the type of the sedimentary rock here will depend on the particles. So if the particle is a sand, here we will call the rock here, the sedimentary rock, as a sandstone or หินทราย and we can use it for making a tile. And if the particle here is a clay and silt, it will be the shell or หินดินดาน so this one here is very shiny surface. And if the sediment is a pebbles and gravels, okay, it will turn to this conglomerate. Okay, so this one contains a lot of the rock as a particle. And the last one is gypsum here. The particle is a calcium sulfate. It's white color. So it can make the plaster or even the toothpaste. Thank you.